Hello everybody, I'm back. It's been 3 months from yesterday since I made my last video. It's July the 11th and this is North Carolina Stitcher, and I really appreciate you watching my video. My last video I was on my way to Arkansas to get my son. So got to Arkansas. I was there about 3-4 days. We came back home, brought his cats with him, which was not a problem. Surprisingly, they stayed in their little crate, and they were really good. But I can't have cats in my house because I'm allergic, and I just don't deal well with a bunch of pet hair. I have a toy poodle, doesn't shed. That's what I like. Anyway, so we got back home, and he was supposed to be staying with my older son, but him and his girlfriend have a bunch of teenagers, and they're partiers. I mean, my oldest son is the one that's the drug addict. So, and my youngest son doesn't do any kind of drugs. Thank the Lord for that. But anyway, so he mostly stayed at my house. Well, he got back in touch with one of his old girlfriends, and they got back together. And so she's allergic to cats, so he ended up having to rehome his cats, and which we were luckily able to do that. So anyway, he's been staying with me. And it's been hard because the job he has is about 60 miles from where we currently live. Okay, we got our house, and I'm telling you, that was the most stressful thing. The buying of the house was a little bit stressful, but it's nothing compared to getting everything ready to move in. Since we didn't buy a turnkey, ready-to-move-in house, which is what I really wanted to do, but with the market the way it is, we just, to get the size of house that I wanted to get, what I wanted, we just couldn't find one that was move-in ready for the price that we were willing to pay. So we got this house, which we really love it. We love this house. It's a brick home. It's got a little over half-acre land, a lot of trees, which I was kind of hoping to get away from trees because they're a lot of work and a lot of expense. They can be a lot of expense if you have to call someone out here to take one down or trim them or whatever. If one falls and you got to take care of it, it's a lot of work. More trees than actually we have at the other house. I think there's 11 big trees in my front yard, so it's a lot, and not counting what's in the back. But anyway, we decided that we were going to move in May the 20th, the weekend of Memorial Day, so that's Saturday. Well, we've been trying to find people. We had wallpaper in the dining room and in the kitchen eating area that I hated. It was starting to come down, and I want to get that taken down. There's wallpaper in the rest, some of like the bedrooms and the hallway, which wasn't too bad. It's not too bad. I like it okay, so we decided we was going to leave that and then paint the other rooms. We're going to just paint everything that needed painting. Well, when you first buy your house and you go in there and look at it, you don't see everything. And we didn't realize how much everything that had paint needed redone. And so we started trying to work on the walls, and oh my God, that wallpaper, there was layers and layers of wallpaper. And we were going to hire someone to do it, but I got one guy out here to give me an estimate on painting 3 rooms. It was going to be $850 to paint the 3 rooms, but he was going to charge me $20 an hour to take the wallpaper down because the wallpaper is such a pain in the butt to take down. So we just didn't know what to do. And then we were going to get a handyman to come in and do the rest, all the other things we wanted done. But to find someone that is good at what they do, being a handyman or doing any kind of carpenter work, that will do a good job. They're so covered up with work, right, especially in the springtime, that you can't get one to come out. So we ended up getting my husband's youngest son and his friend, which his friend does flooring for a living, and he's done carpenter work and mechanic work, and he's pretty good. So we hired him to come in here and do the paint, and my stepson to come in here and painted, took the wallpaper down, which was, oh Lord, it was terrible, and did all the painting. And there's still like a couple of doors that's not been rehung because they need to be painted, and but they finally got it done like 3 days before we were ready to move. And I was so stressed out, so much. There was always something needed done. And then we got the flooring. We got all wood floors, which the 3 bedrooms had wood floors, original wood floors, and we got the carpet off of those. Took the carpet up out of the rest of the house and had wood floors put down, which I love. My husband says, you're not going to like them because they're more work than carpet, but in one way they are more work because you have to, you can see every little speck of dirt on them, and so I vacuum about every day. I have a little vacuum cleaner for hardwood floors. That's no problem. But when you've got carpet, the dirt's held in the carpet, and then you get the odors and the stains, and I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. So I'm happy I got the floors. And we do have some rugs, so I like that. We painted all our walls with in the gray range, which we really like that, with white trim. And everything looks really nice. There's still things we need to do. We did have replacement windows put in, which was really expensive. And then we have a fireplace, which has got a gas logs, which I've had a problem with that. The guy that was supposed to, my realtor got down to come down to do the inspection on the fireplace. I figured, she had him come do that, so he'd be good to get to do the work. So he had to replace the damper, replace the logs, clean the chimney because it had been water had been leaking into it for years, so the logs were basically rusted out. So he comes in, puts the logs in, and then he hooks them up to a gas line, which we have natural gas, that had no regulator on it. Now he should know better than that because you have to have a regulator on that gas line so the pressure is not too much. Well, he turned them on. Of course, they didn't work correctly. So he said, oh, your gas line's too small. So I get the gas company out here, and they said they checked all my gas lines. My gas lines were fine. But then they checked the line, and he said, well, there's no regulator on there, so they put too much pressure through them, so that's what ruined them. Well, I called this guy back. He says, oh, okay, well, I'll replace your gas logs. Well, that's the last I've been able to get a hold of him in over 2 months. I've been trying to text him, call him, email him, everything I could think of, and he will not return any of my messages or any of my anything. So I guess we're just going to lose that money, which is really discouraging. So we got all that taken care of as much as we can. I've got to get someone else to install some more logs, but other than that, we're good to go for now. We've spent all our money that we had, put aside to do work on the house because we didn't want to go in a lot of debt. We did end up having to put the windows, on our Lowe's card because it was a high price. And we got some furniture, which we just one room of furniture, which we did put that on. We did go in debt for that, but that's no interest. We paid off in 2 years, and so we're good there. But everything's going good. My son's still staying here. Well, my son moved out this week. All right, my stepson that helped us remodel this house took our old house that we had, and he's going to buy that from us, and he remodeled it before he moved in, and he just got moved in the week of July the 4th. And then my son is then moving into the little single-wide mobile home that's behind that house, which my husband's mother used to live in, and he's going to live there temporarily until he could find, get on his feet a little bit better. And now we're trying to find him a car that's more economical on, for gas because he's going so far to work. He's going 40 miles from where he lives now, so that's still a long way. But that's my life update. I didn't hope that I didn't bore everybody with all this house talk, but just know that if you're going to remodel your house, be prepared to call a divorce lawyer. I swear, it was rough, but things have calmed down now, so we're pretty well settled in. So I have the whole month of April. I stitched for the first couple of weeks of April. And then I didn't stitch anymore for the rest of the month of April because of all the stuff with the house, and all of May. And then I started stitching again. Let's see here. I got my little stitchy book, my book of days from Needlework Press, which I write down every day I stitch and what I'm stitching on. And now I'm counting my stitches because I got one of these little stitch counter thingies on my phone, or a little counter. I use it for a stitch counter. So I started stitching again on the 20th of June. I didn't stitch any from April, maybe not April. Well, there's a bunch I didn't stitch in April. And then May, I did stitch a little bit in May, but not much. First couple of weeks in May, up to the 15th. After the 15th, I didn't stitch anymore until the 20th of June. And so I'm going to show you what I've been working on. And I also have a new start. This is the Verlanden mystery sow that I was telling you about that I've shown you before that I've been working on. I did all this to get that done. I'm wanting to try to finish this one this year, and if I work on it, it will happen. Then I worked on the linen and threads. I'm so far behind. I'm just right now on, I've got the bird done and I'm working on the boxes for the rest of the thing. That's all I've gotten done. I haven't worked on that one since early last month. I haven't done a lot. I have not done a lot of stuff. And this one here, I worked on this one for a couple of weeks. This is the Linden Randon Quaker Sow. So this is still page 1 and 2 maybe. And there's a bunch of it. It's huge. But I really love that. This is on 40 count mallow from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. And this is my new start. And I'm going to be finishing that this week, hopefully in a couple of days. My granddaughter, the one that my stepson that's moving into that moved into our old house, she is for the first time got her own room. And she loves My Little Pony. She's 5, almost 6 years old. Her birthday is August the 2nd. Well, she's got pink and purple walls, and she's got some. Oh, she took me in there and showed me her pictures of My Little Pony, and I found this little. My Pinkie Pie is her favorite, so I found this one on Etsy. I'm not sure of the shop, and so I'm working on this. It's almost done. I just have to do the rest of it. It's about that big. That's about all it is, and it doesn't look like it's a lot of stitching because it's all filled in, but. It's been really fun. I've really enjoyed stitching that one because it's all, I love pinks. My husband says, "Aren't you tired of pink yet?" And I said, "No, not really." But he's excited for me to get this, so I'm going to put it in a little frame for her and give that to her for one of her birthday presents. Because she loves Pinkie Pie. I did get some haul, and I'm sure, sorry if I'm looking to the wrong place because I know I am. But anyway, I know there's a bunch of haul that I got that I did not keep out because things just got all mixed up, how it goes. But I do have some that I kept out, so excuse me. Iced tea. But so I'm going to show you what I got. First of all, I ordered these 2 skeins of well, not skeins, were they hanks from Mrs. Cetus. And this is blue, Darling Blue, and Darling. For some reason, I've never been a blue person, but for some reason, in the last few months, I've gotten to where I'm just crazy about blue. I just don't understand. Well, I do have some blue, like my bedroom is blue wallpaper and some blue in there, so who knew? But I also got these. These are now take by Mo's sale by. Just I sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This is some new silks. I'm hoping that these do better than her other silks, which basically is a rayon. This is supposed to be real silk, hopefully. But this is my most recent buy. She's got some really beautiful colors. And this silk is 1 strand, and this is, I guess this is silk. This might not be silk. This might just be the regular. I think it is. Just the regular. But I love that blue. And that pink. Look at that beautiful green. So many things to stitch with. And I got so much thread in there. That's another thing. I do have a craft room, which I will show you when I finally get it organized. But I've got to find some way to organize all my fancy floss because I'm just getting a humongous amount. Here's my Victorian motto. I'm not sure which month this is. I think it might be the new one. Here's my color and cotton. It doesn't say what month this is. This is Newcastle 40 count. And then of course here's the threads. And I'm sure you've seen all these threads and stuff. And I bought, of course here's more Mo's sale. And I got the Favorite Rose collection from Victorian Motto. Then I decided that I was going to go ahead and get a bag for my Elizabeth Weston sampler that I bought the thread for at Sassy Jack's. Here's the sampler. I know I've shown this to you before. And I ordered the thread pack from Sassy Jack's, which is short a few skeins, so as soon as she sends me the rest of those, I can get started on it. And I decided I wanted a special bag for it, so I ordered this one from Mama Joan. It is really beautiful. So I got that one. And fabric. And then the new Bristol sample that she just put out, that Hands Across the Sea just put out. I just had to get it, but I ordered the whole kit from Sassy Jacks. And then I ordered this bag, also from Mama Joan, to put it in. And I got the sampler, of course, which is going to be beautiful. And I ordered the fabric, which is, I can't remember, it's Wing Art straw, maybe. And I ordered the hanks of Suave Delge, however you pronounce it. Let me check it out of the bag. It's easier to see. And these 2 hanks of this will be enough to do the whole sampler. And with my kit came a needle minder, which I think is really adorable. My fingers. So cute. So when I get ready to start that, which I might start that tomorrow, because tomorrow is my birthday. So I know I'm going to have one new start, and I may end up starting both this one and the one I'm getting ready to show you. So let me stick this back in my bag. I was in the So Much to Love bags of the month last year. I was in it for 8 months. I loved it, but I just can't buy bags every month. You know, do that every month, and it's like it was $45 I think last year, and then the one that I wanted to do in this year was gonna be like $70. So now this one is thanks to Jan Hicks for showing me this. I searched for. I went online and looked for it when I saw it. And then she happened to mention that Dying to Stitch is the one that has the rights to print these. And this is called Quaker Seasons of Friendship. And it's by Thread and Crown and Thistle Designs, which, like I said, if you just call Dying to Stitch, they'll print you up a copy and get it right in the mail to you. And it's, I think it's $19, plus shipping, of course. But I saw this and Quakers, that's my thing. So I saw this one and I thought, I've got to have that. But I have a conundrum. I think I'm going to use this one right here, Darling, which is the blue and the greens. But I have several pieces of fabric. This one here is a 46 count, which is big enough. It's kind of washed out a little bit there. Then I have, this is 40 count Vertical from Silk Weaver. This one would be like, I'd have 2 inches on each side if I do this one, because it's not quite for 3 inches. It's kind of a pink, a soft pink. And then this one is almost like a light terracotta. The same problem with that one is with this one, because they're both that. And then this one, I really like this one too. This is 40 count. This is 40 count Vertical from I wish it would show it better. That's better. That's more like it. I think it looked good on any of them. And this one is my whole standby. It's Mallow. This is the cheap linen that you get on 1-2-3 stitch. I use this for a lot. I like it because it's got a little bit of stiffness to it, and it's so inexpensive. And you can, anyone can afford linen if you. But I don't know which one I want to put it on, so I've got to make that decision. I think it would look good on any of them. So, decisions. So that's what I've been up to. I went to get my nails done today, and my nail lady went next door to a donut shop it's really popular in our area, and I've never been there because I've been on a diet for like 2 years. And she bought me an apple fritter, which that was evil because, of course, I had to eat it. She bought it for me for my birthday. It was delicious. And now I'm like, I can't eat the rest of the day, which I really am eating. But, whew, I've not been doing that well on my diet. I haven't lost any weight since before the move because the 2 weeks before we moved, I was not really dieting. I was just eating whatever because I was eating out all the time because we was over here every day doing stuff. And then I got back on my diet the week of Memorial, but on weekends, it seems like the whole weekend I just want to just eat whatever. And then during the week I do good, so I'm not losing, but I'm not gaining. So I'm thinking, well, as long as I'm not gaining, right now I'll stay where I'm at, and then I'll eventually get back to where I'll, have the motivation or the strength to stay on my diet more on the weekends. So hopefully that will be soon. Sooner rather than later. Because I'd like to lose about another 30, maybe 40 pounds. Probably 30. I'd even be happy with 20. But, if I don't lose any more and stay at this weight, that's okay too. I can do what I want to do. That's one thing that's really wonderful about losing weight. I was 350 pounds, and I've lost about 150. And I can get out. I can work in my yard. I clean my car up today. I can do all my housework. Go from the front to the back of the house without having to sit down every 5 minutes to rest. I could not have done any of that before I lost weight. So, and I just did that by doing low calorie. I just ate whatever, as long as I kept it within a certain amount of calorie. I kept it within right around 1,000 a day because I was not very active. Now I'm a whole lot more active. I usually get, like today, so far I've gotten over 8,500 steps. Normally I get over 10,000. So, and I'm doing and I'm getting out and doing a lot of yard work, which I'm going to do that, work in the yard this weekend. I'm hoping, if we don't get too much rain. But anyway, I'm wanting to get back on stitching every day, which I've been stitching every day for the last, let's see, where's my book? There it is. I love this thing. I've stitched every day in July so far, except for a couple of days I missed because I was just too tired. And when I'm really tired, I'm not going to stitch because I know that's a good way to get a visit from the frog. So, but I'm hoping to start making videos again more often, and I've really enjoyed everybody's videos, especially the StitchCon videos. Oh man, I'd love to go to StitchCon. But, I don't know anybody personally, so I would like to be there among all the people, and I don't have anyone to go with me, so that would be kind of scary. But one of these days I will get to a retreat. I've never been to one, but I really, really want to go. And to one someday. So we'll see what happens. And so I guess this is 23 minutes, which is not too long, not too short. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. I will get back with you hopefully in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to make a promise because, life gets in the way sometimes, And depends on how much stitching I get done. But I will show you my pinky probably when I get it done before I give it to my granddaughter. So that would be good. So anyway, y'all have a good evening and a great weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.